Evening everyone, how are we tonight? Hope you can hear me okay. It's been having a few issues with the microphone. So how are we all doing tonight? If someone can just let me know what the sound is like, please. So it's a new microphone, so I'm hoping that's all okay with everything else. So who have we got in chat then? Hello GD, Milton, Dan, Nathan, Craig, Simon. How are we all doing? That's good. Now you might notice there's a bit of a colour difference on here tonight. If anyone has been in Frontier's Discord, they'll see that BB has been playing in XML files, allowing lighting on the maps. So I've just carried out what he's suggested in there, see what it actually looks like. It's completely changed the appearance of the map. Glad the mic is okay. You have to let me know about the game sounds because I've had to alter them in the other OBS for recording. So we're going to carry on this field where we left off yesterday to start with. So just let me know if you can actually hear the game and everything else. You can tell it's the end of the month and payday because I've got a new mic. I don't know, Nathan, I thought this looked different how it did last night after I was messing about in there. The colours just look different on the canola, the dust. Might be imagining it wouldn't be the first time. There's no different errors come up from there to normal on here. I just copied and pasted things he'd put into the topic there into mine. And changed the two XML file names he borrowed out the original game into the map folder. And it all seemed to have gone okay. I did keep another version of this map to one side just in case it didn't work out right. I'd imagine you've had a bit of fun today with the cold weather, haven't you, GD, with your job? Evening without, how are you doing tonight? This is one day I was really glad I wasn't actually working outside, GD. The frost hasn't really gone here all day. I only do that on my days off, GD. Besides which it was cold and I thought a bit of hot lunch would help. You know, sort of jumbo sausage and bacon baguette. For the grand sum of £3.20. Evening, Neil, how are you doing? I think I might see if I can set about this map myself and try and modify some things on here. There's a lot to be said for indoor work this time of year, isn't there, without? Long day carting sugar beet, Neil? Not sure what to make of it yet. Seems to have made the canola look a bit bright, shall we say. Everything else looks okay on here with it. The canola just looks a darker yellow. Took me about 5 minutes to do just before we went live, just changing everything round. Luckily the video finished rendering at the same time, otherwise I'd been a few minutes late starting. My PC doesn't like rendering and streaming at the same time at the moment. Yeah, that's what I've got in here without. Thought I'd just give it a go and see what they're like, just on this map. If I didn't like, I'd just swap the map folders around again. All good, thanks today, Neil. Nice day off in the warm beside the radiator. What could be better? Next question is, where did I leave the tractor and trailer? Definitely is a difference in the lighting. It's nowhere near as bright. There it is. Oh, complete day off today. Other than popping out for a haircut and to visit the burger van, just to wind GD up further. I've done very little other than paperwork. By paperwork I mean printing out the equivalent of 3 reams worth of stuff. Does look a bit like that, GD. I guess you meant 17 there. It's not just in the... That isn't actually in the Frontier Discord, it's on FSUK forum. The actual topic. So I know you're not in the Frontier Discord. I think from memory it sort of helped with the transition from day to night as well, some of the settings he made. We'll soon find out. So still running sort of high 50s. Nothing to complain too much about that FPS on here. It does mean modern XML files, GD. Which I know that's not your favourite thing to interfere with. So I'll just get another round off the headlands on here, then we'll put a helper onto this job. I'm going to start the drill off on that other field then. To be honest with you, I haven't really read too much into it other than the first few bits. I haven't had a chance yet. I thought it was worth a look on here. I mean, can you guys see any difference on here to what's been like the last few nights? So everything just looks a darker colour to me. Well, there's the phrase what scares anyone, especially XML files in your possession. I presume the game sound is alright as no one said otherwise. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that then, GD. I think this map would look good with the crop texture sort of from some of the frontier maps we had in 17. The improved sort of wheat, barley and canola textures. I think this map will have to be a little project of mine in GE. And that's a phrase what should fill anything with dread if I get that in there. Oh, that's always dangerous without... I don't even have one of them and know they're the worst thing to get. The FPS isn't too bad on here. Welcome back, Neil. I'm sure we sprayed this field for weeds. Or maybe it's one of them jobs I meant to do but never got round to it. Should it be Niall then? I got wrong for calling someone on the course Noel when their name is spelled like yours and they say it's Neil, so that's the reason behind it. I'm good at mangling names, so it's to be expected. Right, I'll make note of that. That's a very, very dangerous thing to say to me, Noel. That really is. If you should just get back to the trial before we need emptying again. Doesn't take much to tempt me, as you well know, Milton. I can't repeat some of the things one of my exes used to call me. Well, at least I'll be able to get your name right if you ever appear on one of my courses. No point in moving the trailer, you might as well take the combine to the trailer. Can't remember what the price was doing for this last night. Going up. Don't know, was I on there early? Can't remember what time I first appeared on there. Just because there's a red dot beside my name doesn't mean I'm on there usually. That could be fighting talk, you know, Milton, asking someone if they're from Welsh descent. Oh, I definitely wasn't on there then. Not unless I was doing it in my sleep. Alright, so I'll get a helper onto this now. Don't think I missed too much there. Or anything would be preferable. We'll go and find the drill. Our little drill. Evening, Brendan, how you doing? So again, we'll start this off on here. And we'll put a helper onto this as well. Well, that just gets more confusing now, that one. Okay, GD. I doubt they've grown since last night because I haven't been on here. I don't use this save game for recording the video series, that's on a separate one. All good here, thanks Brendan. See how this drill behaves in this field after last night's antics. Yeah, ain't got any of that, I'm afraid. Now he brought some politics into it, the next comment, but manure then, so best not. Oh, I don't like that slope very much. Okay, Brendan. Not a very big fan of this drill, unfortunately. If I'd known that the John Deere was the problem, I wouldn't have got Ridley Amazon drill. Should have known really it'd be the John Deere, they're always trouble. So I spent the afternoon recording videos again. Evening SG, how you doing? Have to get a little herbicide and tidy up these fields. At least the weeds won't ever grow back again. All good here, thanks. Not found any vultures to slay yet tonight on here. And get these crops harvested and sold, so we can get some money into lease these potato harvesters. I'm not surprised, SG. There's a big difference in quality between the two of them. Well, we'll have to hop across to the combine in a few minutes. Hopefully the mic isn't picking up too much background noise from the steering wheel or anything. Yeah, that would be when I sort of surfaced. No, that one. Don't know if there are any contracts for the Vulture. Besides which, there's no trains on this map. It's no fun having a Vulture if there's no trains on the map. I need trains for the Vultures. There's no cliffs on this one either. I think I've exhausted water supplies on here for parking tractors in. Don't worry, SG, I'm not getting the Vultures tonight, you're all safe. What do you reckon? You want a nice 42-20, Niall? Not hearing many bad words said about those ones as I go round. Place your bets now, will the combine be facing the right way when we get to it? Did have a look at 42-20 at Nicholson's the other week, which had a loader fitted to it. That's quite an unusual sight. I think you can probably work out where they were going as you're local. Don't really want to stop drilling if I can help it. Otherwise we're going to end up with a situation like last time where one bit of the field didn't grow at the same rate as the other. Just go out past this little bit and hold it in a fairly straight line, then put a helper on it. I think I have seen that one without. I've been looking through mods again. I'm sure I did come across that one. Alright, that's on a helper now. One little tweak I will make is our money is fairly depleted after buying that rather small potato field. Best not let that buy seed at the moment. Oh, the combine's actually the right way round. Will wonders never cease? You survived the evil glare then without. Just realised I've got to put a mod in here, what I downloaded. Let's go have a look at tonight. So where is the actual best price for this at the minute? Only price, I think. I'm going to sell it straight away. I know it could go up more, but we've got to get across to the yard, then back up this way. It don't make sense. As we're up here, we'll sell it straight away this time. I know we could lose money doing it, but I don't fancy running all the way down the yard then back up here. That's 2 marker posts. 20 bonus points. Now we're away. No, I haven't without. I meant to have a look at that earlier today, but forgot all about it. I did see the post there mentioning that. And got sidetracked by a few other things. This new lighting's taking a bit of getting used to on here after being used to the standard one. Not gonna like this hill very much, that's for certain. Well, that'll be worth a look then, because I did actually, I'm one of the few people who actually like Drumard Farm, what I can gather from various people's comments on it. I did like playing that map. Welcome back, Brendan. treat this load very carefully, that's worth a lot of money. Just no maps you're enjoying playing on 19, Brendan? That's interesting with it. I'll have to have a look at that. That'll do me 93,000 for trial-a-full. Had a feeling that Combine would be full again fairly quickly. Are you on PC or console then, Brendan? I don't want a JCB on here just yet. Actually, I haven't actually seen any contracts come up on here with the fast track either, which is surprising. Yeah, that's the plan. No, doubt we'll buy the harvesters, we'll lease them this time. They're getting up to £500,000 a piece, so we can't afford to buy them. I think we'll have to lease 2 of them at least. We'll have a look at that in a minute, see what that'll cost. The thought of doing that field with just the one harvester practically terrifies me. Yeah, I used to think nothing about doing that size field in real life with a 2-row harvester. Yeah, I know. But hopefully we should make a good bit of money off that field as well. Don't know what's going on here. That's twice in a row that's been parked the right way round. It's most unusual. What other fields have we got ready to cut? I think all of ours are at the minute. Got 19 up there, which is wheat, that's ready. 2 fields of soybean ready to cut. Let's see, the wheat is still a good price, so we'll get that done while we're up here. Take that straight into the brewery. Soy ain't a bad price, so we can get them done and sold straight away as well. Keep our funds topped right up then. Because those potatoes on field 13 are a long way off ready yet. Oh, lots of these other fields are ready to harvest. We've got a field of oats there, corn. 16 and 18 are... well, cotton is out of the question. 22 is barley. 25 is barley. 25 we drilled ourselves. Evening, Stephen. How are we doing? Yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably put canola behind the potatoes, I guess. There's 18 some odd hectares in there. That'll keep us topped up in funds. I don't know how much some of these other fields are. So 25, $500,000, more than $500,000. 400. Welcome back, GD. So 22, 16, or 28 maybe, if we want to get another one and earn some money back quickly. And 28 is the cheapest. So these fields are really surplus to our requirements up here, but I needed to own them to put that silo up there. I can't remember where we put the silo up there, that's the problem. I think that's there. I think we can actually sell that field, so we don't actually need it now. Yeah, we need to keep that one because we've got that sell point on there. We can sell that one as well. That should top our funds up, because that one was only bought to play with in the forestry, which is not what we're doing anymore. So that's topped our monetary supply up. That bit we needed for access. So that's brought some money into our account. And the combine's decided it's finished. So's the drill. The drill I really don't want to stop working. This needs to keep going and get this field finished. So we're back up to 590,000 now, so that's a bit better. I'll have a look in a minute. Let's see what field 21 is and price wise, and whether it's something we can actually do with the equipment we've got. It's got to be something which will pay us a lot of money at the moment. Let's put that back on the helper. Field 21. So 21 is Sawyer. 507,000. Not too keen on that one. That's an incredibly awkward field to work in. Haven't done a couple of contracts on it. We've got field 22 up there is ready to harvest, and barley, which won't be a bad one to go for because it's right next door to the sell point where the most money is at the moment. If that's just another spud field, I had a feeling it was. Your addiction of potatoes is worse than mine. But if I buy that now, I've got no money to lease the harvesters to do it with. That's the problem. Whereas you've got a field of canola there, which is worth good money at the minute. A field of oats there. Field of barley up there and a field of barley there, which are all worth good money. Another field of barley there. So that one, or that one is worth a good bit, or those two. So we've just got enough money to buy that one. That one looks expensive for what it is. Whereas that one looks fairly cheap for the size it is. It's alright flipping the field now, but I ain't got the money to buy this potato harvesters if we do that. That one's got a lot of dead land in it if we buy it. Yeah, I think we might have done Milton. Or someone otherwise known as a bad influence on my potato addiction. We haven't actually got any fields of wheat at the moment, I don't think, for sale. Because that's ours and we own it. That one's been harvested. That one's definitely an awkward little field. We need to get that one combined before we do much else. Why do I get the feeling people are pushing me to buy potato land at the minute? Problem is with that potato field, it isn't fully fertilised or fertilised at all, which means it's not going to yield very well. Whereas the one we've got there, we've started fertilising. Our loan at the minute is 100,000. If we want to lease potato harvesters to do the work with, I mean, they're 496,000 a piece, so there's no way we can buy them. They're going to cost us an absolute bomb to run them. So I think buying that other potato field at the minute is out of the question. Whereas I think we're going to have to end up buying 2 of these at the moment. So by the time we've leased it for that, paid £10,000 an hour to run them, we're not going to make any money if we lease it. I sense a hefty finance bill coming up here. Yeah, I think that's actually a better plan, that one. I would say, as that's near us, field 16, we'll buy that for now. Then we can sell it again straight after harvest. The combine's right next to it as well, which helps. So what we'll do is just finish this field. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do without. Buy it, harvest it, flip it. So I don't like seeing just 22,000 in the bank account up the top corner there. So we'll just do our wheat field quickly after this. It's not a very big field, but it's worth nearly £2,000, 1,000 litres at the minute. I wish I got paid as well as these helpers do on here. And as quickly. So we've got to hope that this combine behaves alright in our wheat field up there. Those who have been following me on this map since the start know what that field is like in terrain. Those who haven't, well, wait and see. Some interesting slopes in that little field. So it's going to be nearly getting on for £40,000 worth of canola still on there if I press the right button. If we can take a shortcut up to our wheat field through the neighbour's cotton field. Yep, that will be, I think, the way we go for a little while, Niall, on here. We'll keep harvesting, we'll keep moving between the combine and the drill to keep our fields what we do keep in crop. One of the mods I meant to put in on here tonight was the service trailer what I paired on Mod Hub again today, so we could actually bring the service to the combine rather than the combine to the workshop. So we're just going to take a small detour through the cotton field, I think. We'll have to take your word for that, Niall. We really will. Nothing to see here. We are not going through someone else's field to get to our other one. We are not being lazy about taking the header off. Definitely not going to hit that road sign with the combine. And I definitely did not forget to spray this field. I think we'll call this low input wheat up here with the amount of weeds in it. It shouldn't take long to wrap this field up with this one. Didn't take a long while with the Russell mash on here the first time. Exactly, Noel. The price for the land doesn't change. Not that I'm aware of. No, it doesn't. That's just a shame I forgot to spray it with herbicide up here. Being out of the way. I think I was going to spray it, then I'd fast forward the time, be able to get the grass to grow to do the silage. We also got 10 grand's worth of milk in our milk tanker down the yard as well. Just keep going till the combine's full and have to go and empty the trailer before we can do any more. I think this is the worst slope in the field. I think we could guess what would happen if I decided to round bale this field. Still not convinced on the new lighting on here. Yeah, this is wheat. So it's just under £2,000 a 1,000 litres at the minute. Forgot just what the terrain is like in that field in front of us, what I just bought. Could be interesting. Get it right without, that's low input wheat. It's a deliberately government grant funded scheme for low input. You're allowed to put fertiliser on but no herbicides or sprays. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. not just that I forgot to spray it. Liking how the paint is wearing off on the inside of this trailer. I presume that's paint wearing off and not mud on the inside. Could be either, really. We'll find out when we wash the trailer at some point. Because there always is another idea of flipping fields. We temporarily sell the potato field we bought and buy this field of barley on my left here. Don't you believe it, Milton? Someone I used to work for did actually have some low input spring barley one year. I've never combined so many milk thistles in all my life as what was in that. Smell like compost in the grain tank. That's the one without. I quite like the look of that mod. I was surprised when I saw that's a PC as well. I thought it was just going to be a console one from what they'd said on Facebook. I presume our drill is still going over there. Yeah. These gates are definitely coming out of here in GE. I don't know what happened to it, Milton. I can't remember. That's a long while ago now. We had two small fields like it. By small, I mean about 10-acre fields. I think our boss just got sick of the jokes we were making about how bad it looked. He just couldn't work out the logic behind it. You're allowed to use a limited amount of fertiliser and no herbicides on it. Or only selected one or two. It's a complete mess. Blimey, that's a decent amount of income from that sign. I have to think about that sign. I might be able to hatch something with that for us use on another series. And how easy the XMLs are to tweak in that. That sign could come into its own once some seasons come out. If you could tweak it to give you a subsidy every 12-month period in seasons, that could prove to be really realistic. Given who's brought the sign out, that would never surprise me either. For those who haven't looked at that mod too closely, just look at who produced the mod. I don't think that's quite altered the wheat colour for the better. You ain't maxed your loan out again, have you, Milton, on there? Oh, I think we'll be having a look at that little sign then. I see possibilities with that. I presume that sign is MP compatible. That's not where I'm seeing the possibilities for it at the moment. You filled another hayloft up on there. Not on a Thursday night, Stephen. That's Fridays. So VF is Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays normally. I'll be mostly doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and possibly a Sunday night. I'm off and out on a Saturday night. I'm not quite sure what nights GD is planning on doing going forwards. So, you know, it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. I think we're going to get more than one trailer full off this field. That is fully fertilised on here. Just a shame the weeds are in it, because that's going to pull it down a bit. By nights I was referring to evenings as well, GD. How do you actually do with yours tonight in actual views? So I'm guessing you'll be able to see that now. Well, that's the main thing then. If you kept the views up the same, that's all good, isn't it? I can't remember how many likes you had when you finished. As you said, oh, that's even better then. But as you said, that's a bit of a funny time to go anyway, and not a map which everyone's going to enjoy, is it? Forestry. That's not bad then. Considering it is a forestry map, 12 is pretty good. Have you been training without and how to modify game files, GD? Hope that great demand won't disappear too soon whilst up here. I am going to have another look at putting those carrots and onions on Sutton Farm. I think I'm starting to get the hang of where to look now for them. Another 10,200 in that trial, that'll be full. Does feel very sunset-like on here at the moment with the lighting. Well, I think the head is struggling with that bit. You know, when we used the helper on the Russell mash on here, it didn't do a bad job of the field. Still want me Lexian back on here though. Oh, very posh now. I've got a Tasman machine behind me as well. That's beside the point. Got a Tasman machine, but I don't drink coffee. Okay, GD. Let's whack this on a helper through the middle here. We'll just quickly check on the drill while the helper goes through there for the first time. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. But I like Lexian's Milton. Try to work out why the help was sitting in the middle field doing a dance with the drill, instead of actually doing what we're paying it to do. Dealing with these help was like dealing with students at times. Except I think some students have more common sense. Not many, but just some. Can actually buy a Lexian on here now if I want to, because the spawn point has been altered. Thanks to VF. Right, so if we empty that out as we're going back down the field. I'll usually go for the Cadbury's one instead with it. I've already got for the Cadbury's chocolate and the tea in there. Oh, that's not liking this hill too much. Oh, don't get me wrong, Milton, we had one or two which are absolute nightmares, but there's some good ones out there. Right, so this is the first trailer full. There'll be at least another half a trailer full off there. So we need 70 grand, or at least 70 grand's worth in this trailer, hopefully. I think when we come to do the spuds, we may need a second trailer. I noticed no one picked up on my suggestion of selling the potato field and buying this field of barley up here temporarily. That's where you might be surprised, Milton. I didn't actually go to Agri College. I was waiting for that response. So if that field of barley here is still available and we got enough money from selling crops, we shall then buy it to harvest it then flip that one. There goes another marker post. We can't have a grown man crying. No, Milton, I didn't go to college. Everything I learned on the job. Or on the farm before anyone comes up with very smart answers to that one. I've done any independent courses I need to do various bits and pieces. I've done instructor training and that sort of thing. But all my actual operating experience has been learnt on the farm. Done operator courses for various things, but I left school one week and started on the farm the next week. What I wasn't taught by others, I taught myself to do. I learned by watching other people. I think we'd better check on the drill in a second. I don't think it's the combine which is blocked by something. Move out of the way and we'll go and find what the drill is blocked with this time. Answers on the postcard. What has blocked the drill in the middle of a field? One trailer full so far, just over 70 grand on this field. One help with doing silly things with the drill. Don't ask me why it's doing silly things with the drill and getting stuck in the middle of a field, but it is. I think the helper on the combine's got the brain cell tonight. The help on the drill certainly hasn't got one. The combine is finished where it was. We'll just go pull another one round the headland ahead and see if that helps the helper out. This drill is irritating me with all these misbits. See, this is quite a large field of canola we're putting in here for money. Oh, you've got the same caliber help as what I've got tonight then, Simon. Thanks for the sub earlier, by the way. I've only just noticed that you had. For some reason the alerts aren't coming through again tonight. Don't know what's going on with Streamlabs alerts. They just aren't appearing. I think VF was having the same problem the other night with his ones. When I test them they work, but when someone actually does subscribe or do anything else they don't appear. Welcome back, GD. You gotta be careful following GD about. Simon, he'll lead you into temptation, all sorts of mischief will happen. You do realise it's dangerous giving that sort of thing away, Niall, when I have the power to mod names in the Discord server. Here we go, look at SG's name, it changes regularly as I get bored. Or as he says something elsewhere. Right, let's hope the helper keeps going this time. Empty out before we go and finish that other side bit off. You'll go onto the Discord one day and everyone's names will be changed to potato varieties. You do realise that, don't you? Which he changed all the people in SG's server to elf names Christmas time. I may change everyone's name to potato varieties. That's really given me an idea, actually. Oh dear. I can see Gavbot become a potato bot or Spud bot. He's about as much good as a Spud at times. The amount of trouble me 6 causes. Forgetting to do things. Yep, that certainly does, Milton. Because someone who runs the server changed members' abilities to change their own nickname. I can't think who done that. Somebody might have removed that permission so they can't change it back again. That's how he became Grinch-related gaming at Christmas. To be fair, Milton, it doesn't take much to give me ideas about that sort of thing. Have to just disappear at 9 o'clock again for a couple of minutes to feed the dog. I shall keep going till then and carry on afterwards. Still got to upload tomorrow's video yet. It's all on the PC ready. Okay, now got 3 more videos edited ready to render. PC was a bit of a go slow today, so I couldn't get them done. Is the mic picking up much noise from the steering wheel at all? I managed to get that one sorted as well now. It was when I first had it set up this afternoon. I'm hoping I've got it adjusted a bit better now. I don't know if you can, Milton. Can't remember how it's set in there. It might be set just for the owner to do. Evening VF, how are we doing tonight? Oh, I see you've been busy, Noel, then. As long as I say sometimes it's not as bad as it was then when I first set it up. Take our little shortcut again. You do know your name is going to get changed in Discord, don't you, Niall, after that? Quickest way to get into this field opposite. It's not going through there. Not yet, Niall. Don't worry, Milton, his name will be getting changed. Not quite sure what to yet, but that will. So let's see what we can earn off this field before we flip it. I mean, if I was going to go really mad, I'd leave the straw and bale it and sell the bales as well. It'd take forever to clear these up. This is the one we bought. We already owned the previous one. That wheat field was ours in the first place. The field we've just finished was the first field I bought on here when we started streaming this series. This is the only one we've bought with a view to selling on again once we've harvested it. No, this is the one we're flipping. Okay, Simon. I think I'm doing well tonight. Headbutt the mic yet. Not used to having that thing beside me. We're back to that little problem again. I think we're going to have to get the service trailer mod installed on here. The further we get away from the yard, the harder it's going to be to run the combine back to service up. Still might flip that spud field yet. Sell it, then rebuy it again. Considering it's not been fertilised, it's a fairly good yield. Lots of little dips around this headland. Looks like a bit of field what pigs have been on from a year or two with the amount of holes in it. Got a floating pylon there. Pylon's got a touch of levitations on this side. I have an issue with the tree being the way to empty the combine out in a second. I'll leave that one in your hands then, no. Alright, we'll go and get rid of this load of wheat while the Great Demander's still on. Just think how much barley'd be coming off that field if that was fertilised. We certainly wouldn't go as far as we just did with the combine. Good bit is the barley's got to go to the same place as we're taking the wheat, so that's not too far to cart up. May take some keeping up with the combine though. I'm a little bit concerned nothing's flashed up from our helper lately, given its performance up to now on that field drilling up. Bit wintry out there, is it, Simon? I'll have a look in a second. I'll just get rid of this lot. So barley is going up. So I mean it's 1545. That's going the right way, so we may well buy another barley field and flip it on again. And there's always the option of borrowing the money to buy another barley field and pay the loan off once we sell it. Time we've done the barley, the price of soybean may be going up a bit to do our other two fields. Have to get two headlands off this field first before we put a helper onto it. I bet the pylons confuse the helper though, like they did when we done the potato planting. And one reversed the full end of the field. Alright, so first trailer full on, or tank full on this field. Alright, let's just have a look at these fields then. So we got that one is barley and ready to harvest, and so is that one. I just need to go and touch up that field where the helper hasn't done. So 2 more barley fields there, and an oat field there ready to harvest. Oats are worth quite a lot of money, but they don't yield very well. So what do you reckon? Borrow some money to get another field, then flip it on again? But do go for oats, canola, or barley field. So if we're going to look in that respect, we've got oats there. Just don't even know we'd be able to borrow enough money to do that. Yes, it is, Noel. That one's got the least distance to cart if we were to buy it. Whereas that one would have to be carted all the way up here. I'm wondering whether we borrow the money to buy that one before the helpers harvest it for us. Oh, I think we've got the scope to borrow the money without selling that field on again. Noel would never forgive me if that disappeared. Right. So, problem is the chat is a few seconds behind what I'm actually doing, so it's a bit late now. I might have just borrowed the money and bought that field. But we'll pay that back straight away. So get this one combined first, then get that other one done. Then flip it straight away. No, I wouldn't dare sell that potato field, you'd never forgive me. You wouldn't be able to, Niall. Moderators can't hammer other moderators. Only Gav can hammer a moderator on here. Unfortunately, if you're too much trouble at the minute to make bad suggestion, Milton can hammer you. So it's probably not a wise idea to wind him up too much. I know Milton is probably sitting there polishing his hammer at the moment. The reason Milton got a timeout was saying Gav loved vultures. These helpers really are expensive at times. So I'll get this back round to where we started, and I'll just stick on the helper for a couple of minutes while I go and feed the dog. Can't have him going hungry. It's only a little tiny timeout, Milton, nothing too major. When you've been timed out as many times as SG has in here, you'll have a problem. Yeah, this is quite a large field, this one. So you've got your pen and paper there, counting our loads coming off up. So I'll be having a crack at this field again tomorrow night. I see 300, 600 seconds, I can't remember now what we've done. I think 600 or 5 minutes. Yeah, 300 seconds I think I've done. So we get this one done, and then we'll get on to do that other barley field I just bought. May have enough money there to actually get a potato half straw too. As some mad fool talked me into buying field 13 full of potatoes. You don't think I'd put Milton in the Vulture on the train track, do you, GD? You'll have the man watching over his shoulder on the server in future when he's near a train track. Don't think our combine likes that bit. Somehow. You just have to stay away from that edge of the field a little bit there. I just missed that bit, can't get the combine to it. So we just go get back to around to where we started before we need to empty again. So I know the price is going up, but we're not going to store any of it till it reaches its maximum. I must put the service trailer on. I'll download that later. So definitely going to need that on here because the combine's getting slower. Especially the head is up to 86.9%. You need your service, which is less than ideal. Right, just run the fent round and empty this out. That's more than 2/3 of trial full off the first headland round. Won't do the trick one of my harvest students done in the past grain carton. Cut straight through the stand and corn to get to the combine when I was full. I think you're going to need quite a big sheet of paper. Right, that can stay there for a moment. Let's get this going again. Right, I'm just going to put this on a helper and leave you watching the helper make a complete balls up everything while I just go and pop and feed the dog for 2 minutes. I'll be back in a moment. Certainly is filthy. That's him fed for another night. Timed that just right to get back for when the helper got to this end. So what I'll do is cut up to this pylon and we'll run back down this headland to where we just came through. Yeah, I know. So I'm thinking if I run back down this headland to where we just came through, we can put a helper back on this to go back down the field and get the trailer and empty out. There's 2 headlands up the end here, will be enough for it to turn around on. I'll just try and get that bit as well. If you can't get one way, you usually get another way. Just. Now what we're going to do with that small bit at the other end of the field. Probably have to leave that bit against the bank down that end. We need another 10,200 in the trailer for the first trailer full. Not only is the combine filthy, but it's in dire need of a service. Well, the header is. Just missed the tree with it. Let's try and get this bit as well. That soybean ready in front of us. Crop's obviously just moved on the stage, which probably doesn't bode well for that field we were drilling. Better just check on that. So we'll have to just leave that to fill up for a minute and see what's happened over where the drill is. Yep, there we go again. We've got a patchwork field. Brilliant. Should be glad when Seasons is back out to do away with that. Means we're going to rip some of it up just to drill this strip up the side here, unfortunately. We'll have a deliberate miss there, I think, rather than destroy what we have drilled. We'll call it a wildlife plot. Too right, Noel, this field has just been a pain in the butt since we started drilling on here with this. Just seems that whatever could go wrong with the drill on here has done. From the help of getting stuck in the middle of field doing nothing. I just say that there's a slug epidemic down there and that bit didn't get slug pellets. Sounds plausible. I know this big drill is handy, but I have a feeling the drill isn't helping matters with the terrain on this farm somehow. It may be better to get rid of it and get two smaller drills going forwards. Right, the drill can stand up for the rest of the night now. I'm not set to go on another field. We need our attention focused on the combine. Right, that's out of the way. So we're coming up to our first trailer full. Don't fall before the combine disappears in the crop. I have to block it off. That's what we'll do. I think our worker's having a bit of a fit there somehow. The worker did not seem very happy about that little trick. So first trailer full. Get your pen and paper ready. Because if the crops are grown forwards another stage, it also means that our potatoes want another dose of fertiliser on them. That's almost 62,000 for a trailer full of barley. The price is going up. That field soybean really wouldn't be worth buying as that hadn't been fertilised, I doubt. Wait for the combine to get away before we go back in that direction. No, it's blocked on a tree. Handy. It's managed to hook itself around a tree, of all things. So I've been taking combine driving lessons from my old boss. He managed to get a combine welted onto a tree. That's a whole new talent, that one. So I'll put this back on the helper now. What's it blocked by? I see nothing. Hopefully I'll get all the way down the field. Whole thing really does need a service now, it's really slowing down. What would it actually cost to lease another combine? Just a little thought. If we were to lease the same again, a lot. Don't think we want a little tiny one like that though. Well, that's slightly cheaper to lease. Just wondering if all the barley, if it's worth getting a second combine on the go as well, to get it all done quicker. If we get a second one going. Think about that one. Let's just check our livestock situation. And also the fertilising situation. So our grass actually needs fertilising. As to our potato field. Our helper is missing bits of barley I can see behind the screen here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Niall, of that one. We've got a lot of barley to combine here for these 2 fields, plus our 2 fields of soybean. We'll take over from this again in a moment, do this bottom headland. Yeah, they do try to work out the best priority of doing things at the moment. Spraying the potatoes needs to be a fairly high priority because we want the most as we can off there. Evening, Brendan. Now we're PC here. That's what you mean. I doubt we'll get all the way down the end here. Try and work out what to do with that bit beside us as well. Extremely dirty. It does need a wash and it does need a service, but we're a long way from the yard up here. Service can wait until tomorrow night because I'll have the service trailer installed then. I forgot to download it before it went live tonight. This combine's done the most hours of any of our vehicles actually. I'll start a helper on this going back up the field. We'll quickly hop in the fence and come down and empty it. I'm sure he's lurking somewhere in the background. I know what you mean there, Stephen. It's one of the reasons I went onto PC last June time. I was on PS4 before then. I think what I might actually do is just move that helper over to the left a bit there, as we're on the side slope. There you go. Right as usual there. Okay, so what second combine do we go for then? Another New Holland, a Class, or a John Deere? The ideal is out of the question. That's far too expensive to even think about going for. To be fair, most of them are actually. Class. answers that one. Need to have a look at something else first, though. Not quite sure how high we can go with this. We'd have to pay quite a bit of money back here, but we are going to be flipping the field to do it. You're not the only one there, GD. To be fair, I'd have probably bought the class even if you guys said something else. No problem with this one. We need a header trailer as well. That will certainly speed up the harvest on that field. What we'll probably do after we finish these fields is get rid of the New Holland combine and keep this one. Because to be fair, this was the combine we wanted to buy when we first came on here. There's that slight issue with getting it to spawn in here. Which I'm extremely grateful for Mr. Virtual Farmer for fixing. Because I couldn't work out how to do it when I was looking through the files. All I could work out how to do is completely break the map. I'm good at removing things in GE and duplicating things, but get me in the actual game files and there's usually trouble. So let's hope we can get it down the field without the header falling off the trailer. It's a German based map, so it really ought to have a German made combine on it. I'm hoping someone brings a Dominator into 19, now we had them in 17. Be nice to see a Tucano in here as well at some point. Yeah, once we sort of flip some fields, we won't need two combines again, because one can manage everything what we've got. The actual original fields we own. Don't know if we'll have time to fertilise the potatoes with two combines going though. It'll take more keeping up with. I'll have to set the fent off on there with the fertiliser spreader this time. So what's everyone's opinion of the new lighting on here then? Now I've sort of been on here for a couple of hours. Sort of growing on me a bit now, I'm getting used to it. Okay, catch you later GD. Thanks for stopping by. What do you reckon the helper B is blocked by? A pylon or a hill? They seem to be getting blocked by the strangest of things on here. I'll get this one going anyway before we go and see what that one's done. It's probably done something completely ridiculous and stupid. No one to help us? So I'll set this one going through here somewhere. Well, there's a surprise. I've actually set it going bang on the pylon. Well played. Let's try that again, shall we, children? At least this one, the straw chopper spreads the full width. Place your bets now. What's the combine wedged on? Pylon? No, the tractor and trailer. That's even better. So it's actually emptied itself out. Yeah, I know I really do, Milton. I'm just don't think my blood pressure could take it if it started playing up on here. And I forgot to put the other combine on to chop the straw by the looks of it. Never mind. Wrong button. That one. I think we'll just tidy up around this pylon, as it's obviously confusing the worker terribly. I think we'll be stuck with these two combines tonight rather than doing any fertilising. We know the crops are just growing another stage, so there's no great rush tonight to do it. Probably the first job we do tomorrow night. Hello Nathan, how are you doing? Still working on those field defs? If we could sell straw at the AD, I wouldn't be too worried about baling it on here. Good, thanks. The forward speed on this combine is getting pretty abysmal now. Just a long way to run it to either the shop or the yard to service it tonight, especially as we've got that other combine going as well. Making slow progress on them then. Slow progress is better than no progress. Sounds like you're going to be pulling a late one to me there, Nathan. Put this one back on the helper to go and empty that other combine. So I'll finish this bit off in a second or two. I'll get that back up on the long work after we just emptied it. Coffee pot is working overtime then, is it? Yeah, this poor old combine really needs a service now. That's really starting to struggle. I think it might be. If it's not full, it's very nearly full up there. It's still moving at the moment. It's not quite got as big grain tank on as this one has. Okay, Nathan. Yep, that's got a full grain tank and it's facing the wrong way as well. At least I'll cut a roadway through here now to get to that side quicker. You might see some very unrealistic combine emptying for a second here. Look away now if you're easily offended by people running through standing crop to empty a combine. I just top the trailer off with the other combine. I really need to do second headland round this end though. We'll do that once we've emptied the trailer. So by the time we've done that, the combines will probably need emptying again. See, I'm not going to need too much off the other combine to fill up. We do need a second headland round done. Stop that combine doing that trick. Trailer number 2 on the way to the brewery. Never did get on very well in 17 running 2 combines in one field on course play. Never could really get that to work very well. Will do now, Niall. They said Neil again then. £63,117 for that one. Now we aren't going to make as much as we would have done if we hadn't bought the second combine. I think the second combine was worth it. Otherwise we'd be combining forever on here with these fields. We may need a second combine again when we put another crop on field 13. So that'll be a big one to go over. Welcome back, Nathan. How are they getting on testing Meadowgrove now? They getting through most of it? And getting all your little niggles sorted, if they're finding any? Don't know about that one, Noel. The old New Holland has done quite a bit of work now. You know, I can't actually remember, Brendan. I think you can. It's a lot of... Oh, that's good then, Nathan. That's quite a while since I played with Seasons now, I've forgotten. There's only one way to find out, Brendan. Oh, class is nearly full again. You getting deja vu here, Milton, from the other week when we done the combining on Felsborough. Chasing between two combines. I'd rather say I can't remember, Brendan, than tell you the wrong thing. Chance of it getting to the end before it's full. None. It's okay, because I want to take over now anyway to do a second headland with it. I prefer driving the class for some strange reason. Maybe it's because what I used to drive many years ago. Put it over on the straw chopper now as well. I just couldn't remember Milton for some reason. It's been about 3 months since I played with Seasons. So I'm only going to be going until 10 o'clock again tonight. Just need to get tomorrow's video uploaded. Get a few things ready for tomorrow's training course. What's wrong with my John Deere, Milton? Might make it a bit easier for the helper if I've got 2 headland rounds off here. At least these ones have got properly adjusted straw choppers on them as well. Good point, well made. I think my view count is stuck on Streamlabs for some reason, which wouldn't surprise me. So I'm planning on streaming a similar sort of time tomorrow night. But it won't be for as long because obviously VF goes live at 8 tomorrow night. We'll have to see if GD decides to stream as well tomorrow night then. If he does, I'll be doing a shorter one. I'll just keep an eye on Discord and my channel on YouTube. Appear in booth if I'm planning on streaming and what the time will be. But most nights it'll be around 7 from now on, I would imagine. Either 6:30 or 7. VF doesn't finish till 10, that's why, Milton, and I'll have been up quite a long while by then. That's if VF finishes at 10. You sometimes get carried away, as you well know. Just empty this out and I'll just go and finish around that pylon with this one, as this one's still going at full speed. The New Holland is just painful at the minute, so it's not serviced. We'll rectify that tomorrow night. Just imagine what the field would have yielded if we'd had a fertilised crop then. Certainly paid off getting this second combine though. And that trailer's nearly full. Don't quite know what that combine's up to. I have a feeling that combine might be up to something around a pylon somehow. Probably tangled up in it now in the helpers. If I carry straight on, we might be able to get some of that in front of us this time. If you ever were to own this field, I think you'd have to put a grass margin along here. I'll get the landscaping tool out just to sort that bit out. Not the ideal way to have to combine that, but we're getting it. Had to do similar before under tree branches with the Lexion, and with the John Deere combine for that matter, in real life. Don't think you want to go into what I had to do under power lines one day with the Lexion. No, that was too much a ridge for the header to get up. That's why I had to leave it. That's why I'm having to do it this way, because that lifted the little combine off the ground, try to get that. Bit painful, I know, but that's done. If you look at it, it's sort of tapered up the bank there. The other combine's going to be full, I'd imagine. If it isn't full yet, it very nearly is. Just really don't want to take over on that one now, it's slowing right down. I'm afraid Stephen's a bit of a Vulture fan. Niall, that's the issue there. My opinion of John Deere isn't much better, so when they used to say 50 or 10 on the side, they weren't too bad. When they went to saying 20 on the side, oh dear. Was my experience of them, unfortunately. Some of the 30s were no better. Someone I've done work for has had a lot of trouble with a 7230R. I had a lot of trouble with 6920S in the past, which has sort of really put me off them. I know others had no trouble at all, but unfortunately my experience I haven't been so good. The 20s and the 30s and the R series. I do know two 6150s which had dropped valves into the engine in the past 12 months locally. So I can go back on the helper. We need the Fent, which is nearly full. Very nearly full, in fact. Gonna need your pen and paper again, Niall. Had this field been fully fertilised, we'd have really been in the money on here. I have to come cut around this pile on myself in a minute or two. That may have to wait till tomorrow night, looking at the time. It's your 7250 fairly new one. So that 7230 was one of the earlier ones. Here we go again. Now both our helpers are just stopped, so I think if empty this, that'll be a good place to stop actually. So 63,876 this time to add to your list. Welcome back without. I'll see how much is left in the field because I don't really want to keep going much longer. Got a fairly early one tomorrow. A course involving maths tomorrow. Yeah, don't worry, it's nothing you said without. Still need to upload tomorrow's video yet, which I've got to be mindful of. Otherwise that'll be not upload till tomorrow night. I like to try and keep it going at the same time every day. There's already another tank full waiting for us when we get back here. Fent could do with a wash as well by the looks of it. Yeah, I was planning on finishing at 10 anyway, so that's about right. Okay, now guess that's somewhere around 180 odd thousand, 190,000. We'll empty this one at the same time. So we start tomorrow night with 2 empty combines on here. And a service New Holland first thing when we start tomorrow night. That poor old thing is struggling at the minute. I think it's the header what's causing the most trouble on it. Well, if you like this field, Noel, we've still got another field of barley to go yet. And then there's a chance we may flip and sell it again. Bit of a pain that you can't actually turn the beacons off without the engine running. Right, so before this chat degrades into a blame game, what I'm seeing going on in there, I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. Okay, thanks Simon. So I'll say thank you for watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to drop me a like, because that does help. And I will see you tomorrow night. So goodbye for now.